Many thanks for joining us on the show today. And first on the list, one of the story we have for today is VDM reacts to JAM tweet. What can be more irresponsible and insensitive than this tweet from JAM after their incompetence have led a lot of Nigerian students to depression? Every day by day, the system keeps failing people, and guess what? There are always excuses for incompetence. When do we start holding them responsible? And for how long will this continue? It breaks my heart that this had led to the crime of one young teenager. First, you set up an exam by 6:30, and that one got one of the exam candidates killed. And now this VDM video.
Okay, so now let's watch that video, and of course we'll be right back to actually, we're not really going to deliberate, but we're just going to say for a fact. I think for me, he's speaking the truth, because that tweet, some people say is ChatGPT is the eye, but let's find out. So we'll be right back. Let's watch the video.
Alright, so I didn't want to say anything about this JAM until I saw this very irresponsible and insensitive tweet from JAM, right? It says, man proposes, God disposes. It has been established that a technical glitch affected 157 centers out of the 887 centers in the 2025 UTME. This was basically responsible for the general low performance of the candidates scheduled to sit the examination in those areas. As such, all the affected candidates will be contacted to reprint their examination slips towards retaking their examination starting from 16th May 2025. Man proposes, God disposes. That is what you can say to this girl that cried herself because of your glitch. It says, sad. 19-year-old girl Yhemolee Faith Opesusi commit buying herself in Lagos over low score of UTME. Man proposes, God disposes. This is what you can say to all those children that you people have depressed because of your incompetence that you call a glitch. When do we stop making excuses for incompetence in Nigeria, for crying out loud? When? Because make it make sense. These people came out to say out of 1.9 million students that wrote JAM, 1.5 million failed. And some people were mocking these children online, saying, nah, children now TikTok, now they do, now why all of them fail? You people were laughing. Now they don't say a glitch. Who are they going to hold responsible? One girl don't buy herself. And I want to believe, I want to check what is in this girl's mind now, right? Rest in peace to her. This is a girl that maybe she don't take her time, study. Morning, afternoon, night, to show, say, yes, I'm going to pass this JAM. I'm going to be a distinction in this JAM. And after all I study, I sweat.
Right, welcome back. Honestly, I'm not even smiling because I'm already boiling, but I'm just gonna go over to you first. Tokumbo, what do you think? Obviously, what JAM said was so insensitive, and that was, I won't say it's a low blow, a low jab. That was very low of them. And trust me, I just want to even give them the excuse, but no excuse to say that. Whatever, please, sir, just go.
Whoever did that post, I think it's a mistake. I want to assume that your handle was hacked. Somebody did that on that cannot be a PR person that says man proposes, God disposes. Excuse me, we hear those things from beer parlor. We hear those things when we're in a religious. I mean, for an official handle to start a write-up on something so sensitive that has huge impact on people's life, and the first thing you would say is man proposes, God disposes. Look, in a set environment, people should have been resigning now. Look, yes, thank you for saying that to the registrar of JAM. Thank you for admitting the fault, but that does not excuse you from resigning. Saying, you know what, this happened under my watch, I'm resigning. We will remember you for good. But if you do not resign, this that was written on behalf of, I hope it's taken down now. I hope that tree is taken down. Is it still there?
I'm sure it's still there.
People should have, that was, you're trying to aggregate your responsibility to God. People went out of their way to buy your form, to prepare for the exam, went through thick and thin to write the exam, an error happened, and all you could say is that it is God that disposed it. Why are you painting God so black? Why you want God to take responsibility for your own failure? That is wrong. That is unprofessional. I wouldn't have said that. I mean, I'm not a professional. I wouldn't have said that. Take full responsibility for the errors you guys committed. And I'm also hearing that today, tomorrow is the receipt. How will you even do that?
You didn't give them.
Last week you were saying no. You were trying to say it's not your fault. Is the student did not read. Now this week you say it's your fault, and the next thing you did is to give them 48 hours notice to go do a receipt. Do you know what people do to go do those exams? Some have to travel long distances to go sit down for that exam. People have their itineraries planned out. You just think that people's life depends on you. So you think those students will sit back, they have nothing to do? Do you know that secondary school students in Nigeria, they work? So they do part-time jobs? Do we consider people at all? Why do we have this mentality? Look, I don't blame them. Many institutions, many institutions, lecturers pride themselves when the students fail their exams. They come to class and say, oh, if you don't do well, last set 99%, they brag. Meanwhile, in a similar environment, if more than a percentage of students fail your course, they will call the lecturer to come and visit a panel. That why will students fail this much? But in Nigeria, the lecturer will brag and say, to show that he's almighty. He will even be threatening the students to say, if you don't do this, you will fail. I don't want to say things that I will not be able to defend. I have seen where I have had HOD told the lecturers to go and fail more people so that you will not have to defend before the Senate that this is too many people have passed. If I take this to the Senate, they will have to defend. That is kind of a point. We glory when people are in pain because of us.
You're right. I have seen a situation where a female lecturer actually made sure her student did not write the project and she didn't graduate. I don't know what she gained in doing that. She made sure that student, she never agreed to approve any project topic for her, So they were on it, on and off until the day of convocation. So she didn't graduate.
Do you know the problem we have in this country? People do not face consequences for errors. No, that's it. People that man cried and he will probably go scot free. No, he cried. No, that's how we do now. People come and cry online. They whip up sentiments, and people forget about what he did and just come up with the saying, "Oh, he had cried." That means he felt very bad. But where is the consequence? Is he going to be demoted? Is he going to resign? Will he be sacked? Will those children, do you know, in a same environment, each of those candidates can sue JAMB?
Yes. Well, no, but that was the threat. We hear that they said they were going to sue JAMB.
They should go ahead and sue them.
Okay, because we have a lot we have to talk about. We have to go over to the next one. But anyways, the post has not really been brought down because there's a document under their tweets that is still tagged man proposes, God disposes. And it's weird how some persons are still, some few people are just going there to actually say, at least thank you for apologizing and telling us the truth, while some people are saying, no, I will never forgive. Do you know what I feel? I'm crying right now. My parents tell me I'm a disappointment. A lot of comments that are just down there. I just believe, I want to believe JAMB is going to do the right thing and probably on right, if possible. I will take down that tweet and write something better. But of course, the professor had put in a long letter, a proposal whereby he actually sincerely apologized to all the JAMBites. But that tweet is still ringing in the minds of a lot of Nigerians. So I think that one, they need to focus on that one too. It's very important. Okay, Patricia.
Oh yes, we're going to the next story. And this story is Tayobe, wife of nightlife promoter Yhemolee, exposes staff for diverting millions in client payments. We have a video. Let's see the video.
Oh yeah, talk now. How long has it been? I'm posting people now. If you don't start talking, I'm going to post it. I don't want to hear, please. How long have you been stealing from me? That's the money is stolen. People should send it. Move to the back, Christiana. Christiana, move to the back. Christiana. Oh yeah, talk now. How How long has it been? I'm posting people now. If you don't start talking, I'm going to post it. I don't want to hear, please. How long have you been stealing from me? That's the money is not for me. People should send it.
Back. So basically we just watched a video where we had Yhemolee, that's the wife of the nightlife promoter Yhemolee, where she was exposing staff for diverting millions from clients' payments. Like clients will pay and they keep diverting. Sometimes I wonder how these business people, you know, how they do it. To be honest, can you know you cannot do without staffs, but how can you do it that you'll be able to avoid things like this? Is it possible? Because obviously you're not there, so they will give the account number and they will have to pay into. So how do they divert the funds though?
True, I was going to ask that if the money was being transferred into her account, how did they transfer the funds? How did they divert the funds? You know, because she said it was diverted from a client's payment.
Yes.
Okay, so if this money was being paid into her account, how do you?
Or do they say transfer to my account? Because
Yeah, I think
Transfer to my account,
we
I
have
will
seen.
transfer.
but the name will pop
No,
up.
the issue, you know, I always say the issue here is not that particular incident. It's what it represents.
Okay.
Yeah, people come up with different ways to defraud their boss.
Oh.
It could be that I've seen cases where a staff member had our own personal POS machine side by side with the boss POS machine.
Oh.
Yes.
Well, like she said, the name will pop up.
No, she didn't say the money was moved from her account. She said they diverted client's payments. So probably they gave the client another
POS.
probably POS, or tell you know what, sir? Oh, it's not working now. Pay it to my account. I will help you forward it to. I mean, a lot of these things happen. So the issue is that we have problem with employing staff. You employ someone today, by tomorrow morning is already thinking of how to
take
circumvent
from
the
you.
system to get something from
Exactly
you.
is the problem.
No, I don't know. Do you know people today? I was in a gathering, and an employer was saying that you know that many employers of labor now prefer to go to India
And
bring staff into
True,
the country
yeah.
than employing in Nigeria.
True.
Because no matter what you pay that Nigerian,
They will
by
still
tomorrow
divert.
morning is finding a way to circumvent,
Fraud from-
to kill the system, and whatever you put in place. You don't want to hear different things that happen. I have friends who run company, who have this company that have to do with a lot of staff members. What he said is that, look, I cannot stop it. So what you just to reduce it. Just reduce. You can't stop it. And we say we are very religious in this country. We say everybody believes in a God in this country. And yet our value system is at the barest
It's
minimum.
zero.
We too do.
Our body, I'm telling you,
So what is the problem? Is it greed? Is
It's
it
greed.
it's
Obviously.
greed. It's the things we see. Look, I tell people, look, one of the things that the outgoing generation has done so badly is that they flaunt their riches, but they don't tell their stories. Where behind every wealth you see out there, there's a story behind it. So when you drive that new bought Benz, tell your story. Let the young ones know that I didn't get there today. There was a day I was selling sachet water on the road. So when people don't know your story and all they see is somebody.
But because I feel like the reason why they can't tell their stories, most of them is
because they didn't do all these things?
no, it's because they might have done it. They might have done it at some
So
point, live under the bridge, but they soiled their hand at some point.
Yeah, so
they can share their story.
Exactly. So that this thing is now getting bigger and bigger by the day.
But don't you think the family too has an issue with this?
Which
Because
family?
I have seen mothers that their 18-year-old children, I think I saw a video in Edo State, a 18-year-old child was celebrating the mom's birthday, and he came and was spraying the mother money where she was seated. A lot of money. I will ask.
We are saying this. We are saying the same thing. The value system is
gone.
down.
Yes.
Everything now is monetized. Everything is about money. People believe that we don't care what you know, we don't care what you have if you don't have money. So people want to go all out to have that money, so that they feel that, and look, somebody just feel that there's no way out for me, I must steal to get there. And they say, oh God, the top two.
Because they're saying that they are stealing and nobody's questioning them.
No consequence. No consequence.
Okay, all right. I guess these entertainment topics today are really going deep into. They are really going deep into morals. I don't know, and a lot of things have to change. To be honest, you know, just the way you said you saw a mother and she was started aspiring. I've seen videos whereby a child will come, not really a child, maybe in his 20s, early 20s or late 20s, and will come giving the mother a car key, and mother will like, I'm not entering that car. So that will be the next you use. Where did you get the money
No, but
from?
that's a few. That's few.
That's few mothers, yeah. And she was like, I'm not taking that car. That he should take the car back to where he brought it from. Because what job is he doing? Let her see. Who is your boss? Let me talk to your boss. I want to know where is this money from.
Exactly.
And she didn't collect the car
But
because
that's
she
few,
was scared.
Blossom, because I have also seen
That she could be the
mothers.
next
Some
one.
parents will be like comparison. See your mate.
Yes, I know.
I've seen a mother telling a 16-year-old, 17, 18-year-old child,
Anyways.
see your mate, see what your mates are
Anyways,
doing.
that's
you
what
are
we're-
sleeping on the bench.
That's what we have. We have to always do the right thing for every mothers out there. Stop pushing. Sometimes I don't even feel like it's the fathers that push the children. To be honest, I just don't think the fathers are usually in the picture of doing this. I think it's more of the mothers. I don't know why, but that's what I see because that's what the social media is projecting.
I think
that's what I see
it's
most times
safer
around.
to say family. I mean, don't say mother, don't say father. We have brilliant, good mothers out there. who
Yes,
are
of course,
brilliant.
yes.
So I think it's just a family. I think, the society at
general.
large, the society at large.
Okay, all right. So let's move to the next one. This one is a trailer from Toyin Abraham. She did a new movie, which of course is coming out to the cinema pretty soon, and that is Yhemolee. You know, women are giving us back to back. We had Mercy Brengad we had Funke Akindele. Then later we had what was her name? Iyabojo. Now Toyin, and of course we can't forget Wunmi Toriola that broke records, you know, in cinemas. And of course now we have Toyin Abraham doing another movie, Yhemolee. Let's quickly see the trailer and we'll be right back, of course, to continue the program.